Hey everybody, welcome back to Guardian Wellness Check-In. I'm Poh Leen, Guardian Pharmacist and Certified Derma Expert. In our last episode, we talked about what eczema really is and what is happening beneath the skin. And today, we're asking the question that everyone with eczema has asked at least once. Why does it keep coming back? Now joining me today is Dr. Ching, dermatologist and Guardian medical collaborator, and our inspiring guest Charlotte Ong, who will be sharing her day-to-day struggles with eczema and how she has learned to manage it. So let's get to it. For most of my customers, eczema feels like a time bomb. It can be calm for weeks, but then one random morning it will erupt into some red, itchy chaos. Does that happen to you?
I think it's quite predictable in many sense. If I'm sleeping well, eating well, it's generally quite in control. But if I have a busy week, I didn't sleep enough or I fell sick, then I know the trigger's coming.
I think that's understandable because eczema itself is a chronic and relapsing disease. And by that, we means that there are good times and there are bad times. Yeah. So it comes and goes. Yeah. Sometimes a lot of things that you might not notice, for example, the weather, the hormone change, ladies. Yeah. And of course, when you travel, the stress, the sleep, etc., everything can affect eczema. It's almost anything. And unfortunately, sometimes different thing for different people.
Yes. Perfect. Online shopping is so easy now that it's tempting to try out new skincare or makeup without realizing that some of the products in there are too strong. Even daily household items such as dishwashing liquid, laundry detergent, even the dust from the construction site nearby, all this can trigger eczema to flare up. So what do you think triggers your eczema the most, Charlotte?
All of the above. And actually one thing I never really realized was actually mold. Because I had a leaking roof in my room in my parents' house and it had a lot of mold behind the cupboard. It was fully covered. I didn't realize it until many years later. Yeah, so I found out a lot later on mold spores are very, very triggering because it triggers a lot of inflammation in our body. Yeah, so only after I moved my house, I felt a lot better.
Yes, even mold is one of the triggers. This really shows how easily our skin can lose balance, not just from what we eat or touch, and even from the cleansers that we use. And that brings me to something people always ask me. What is pH balance on the labels? What does it actually mean? Well, so our skin, it has a pH of between 4.5 to 5.5, which is mildly acidic. This environment is really good to keep the good bacteria to grow and to keep the harmful ones out. And it also helps to rebuild the skin barrier. So that's why we need to choose products that have pH balance to prevent dryness.
Yes, using a gentle cleanser that's pH balance is really important in people with eczema. Because we do not need a cleanser that is like leave your skin squeaky clean. Yeah, we want something that just remove the dirt, surface, whatever dust, etc. And do not strip off the skin's good oil.
Yes, the good oils are what we want, right? But sometimes that squeaky clean feeling is what most people want to achieve.
More like probably they're used to it from young.
Let's talk about something that surprises a lot of people. Ingredients that sound gentle but can still irritate eczema-prone skin. We often think gentle equals safe, but that's not always true. For example, the ingredients vitamin C, known as the holy grail of brightening. It can cause irritation, especially in high potency or low pH formulas.
Yeah, your skin will react stronger when it's compromised. Yeah, and sometimes if you're very sensitive, you have to practice mini patch test or something we call ROAT, repetitive open application test. So try a bit of the products at your non-affected area, your normal area, either on the inner part of the forearms or behind your ears. Try it for at least a week. If you have no reaction, that only put you to on whole face or your whole body.
But most of the time when we buy the products, we want to use it immediately, right?
That's why it helps when some products come with small test product. What do you call? Test
samples. Samples. So a question that I get all the time is that why does it sting when I apply some products on my face? Well, it could be because your skin barrier is weakened and even the good products will cause it to feel stingy as well. So let's talk about routines. What is an eczema-friendly routine?
Well, keep it simple. Now start with shower. Malaysians love shower. Keep your shower short. Now 5 to 10 minutes each time. Avoid very hot water. Go lukewarm. And use gentle cleanser. And immediately after shower, put on your moisturizer to lock the moisture in.
Exactly. After bathing, apply moisturizer immediately on damp skin. Look for fragrance-free, dye-free, thick creams instead of thin lotions. What about you, Charlotte? What's your favorite routine?
I do love a very, very good shower, putting on all my moisturizers and actually hydrating sheet masks. Anything that adds water back to my skin makes me very happy.
That's really great routine, Charlotte. And I think what you just said highlights something we all forget. Simple really works best. Now, a lot of people still get overwhelmed by ingredient labels, so let's break it down a little. Avoid fragrances, alcohol, sulfates, SLS, SLEs, harsh exfoliants, essential oils, parabens, and synthetic dyes. All these can strip and irritate the barrier.
Instead, go for ingredients that soothe and calm your skin. For example, hyaluronic acid, glycerin, ceramides, or colloidal oatmeal. Yeah. What are the skincare products that are your favorite or how it works for you?
I think that everything doctor mentioned are my favorite products. Anything that builds my skincare, builds my skin barrier, anything that hydrates my skin, I love all of them.
Next, I think what plays a big part is our lifestyle. What lifestyle helped you to manage eczema better?
I think the first thing I did was putting myself and my health as priority first. And then only after that I started working on whatever that's inside and out. Inside would be supplements, magnesium, fish oil, vitamin D, and I think these are very, very important nutritional supplements that we all need. Eating the right food, eating fiber, protein, what doctor shared in previous episodes, that really makes a big difference as well. And I also try to make sure I get my movements in, whether it's going to the gym, going for Pilates, pickleball, keeps my body moving. Really, that simple thing of balancing inside out makes a big difference. Oh, I love shower too.
So glad to hear that, Charlotte. Hydration also is very important. Drink lots of water and eat antioxidant-rich foods like berries, greens, nuts. So what is one thing that you still find challenging today despite all your active lifestyle?
Honestly, managing the balance between eating enough, eating nutritious food, and avoiding what I am allergic to, I think it's quite hard because the busy lifestyle and sometimes, you wanted to be lazy, you wanted to take a rest, but you know that all these are long-term commitments to health. So really trying to strive to balance between eating right, eating out sometimes, eating the right food, but avoiding what I am allergic to is quite hard.
It's a balance that you need to learn how to juggle.
Definitely.
Do you cook yourself?
I do cook. Cooking is what gives me the happiest thing because I know that I get to manage my portions, my protein, the fiber, the carbs. I really get to manage all of this, but I don't get to cook every day. It's the reality.
Not easy. Good to hear that you're not able to keep up your nutrition and also exercise actively at the same time. Not easy for a lot of patients because sometimes when they exercise, the sweat make it worse as well.
So what do you advise if that's the problem?
I usually tell patients that, if you can, shower immediately after exercise and put back all your moisturizer.
That is fine, right?
Yeah.
Charlotte, what's the food and activities do you miss the most when you have your eczema flare-ups?
I think dessert is definitely one of the big things that I miss a lot because I was trying to reduce my sugar intake to reduce inflammation. But what I realized was actually there are a lot of alternatives out there. If you just YouTube it, like desserts without sugar, I even found one brownie recipe has sweet potato in it, made of date, made of almond milk. It's so healthy and balanced, it opened up a new world for me. So in the end, I felt like, yes, even though I had to make some changes, really just to heal my skin, but there are a world of alternatives out there. Social media is full of all these recipes, we're not missing out that much.
So what you can say is if you are craving for something, don't be sad because you have eczema because there are alternatives.
There are so many alternatives out there. It's eating and enjoying every part of your life can be very exciting. It's just slightly different.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, we want our patients to enjoy their life, even with eczema. Yeah.
how can someone celebrate progress even if their skin isn't perfect yet?
Honestly, I celebrate it with gratefulness every single day. I think the itch, the pain, the ooze has really taught me that there's a lot more to life as long as I'm progressing and improving myself. And to be honest, I did mention to some friends and family before that I feel like eczema is almost like a blessing in disguise because I get to be healthy again. I get to be closer to my family. I cook more. I learn how to cook. All these things that I probably wouldn't have started if it wasn't for eczema. Being grateful that you have progressed and don't strive for perfection is a great way to celebrate small wins.
Wow, I think that's the main point. Shift focus from perfection to appreciation.
Exactly, we need to celebrate the small wins every day. You can't control the weather, but you can control your skin habits. Let's take a few quick takeaways. Number 1, avoid over-cleansing and harsh products. Stick with fragrance-free, pH-balanced formulas. Moisturize often, especially after bathing. And most importantly, please be patient with your skin. Okay, thank you, Dr. Ching and Charlotte, for sharing your insights. Join us again in the next episode where we'll talk about the science of repair, on how to strengthen our skin barrier and support recovery for the long run. But if you have any questions about your skin, do drop by any Guardian Derma Expert counter for a 3-minute skin health check and personalized tips from our pharmacist. See you in the next episode.